seconds per frame here with another Vampire Survivors random items run. I learned my lesson. I won't go for, well, just neutral or underpowered characters anymore because of the new curse power-up. Otherwise, we're setting ourselves up for failure. So I'm doing what I did at the beginning and with my first random item run and going with Imelda again. Let's see how it turns out and if the additional experience gain does translate into, well, more survivability, you know? It's just, Curse is kind of busted right now, and in a good way. It's just that you're more likely than not getting surrounded rather quickly without being able to kill enemies anymore, which, you know, starts a death spiral, so... Or alternatively, you could call it a negative feedback loop, I guess. It starts to get worse and worse. But starting off with Magic Wand here is quite nice. The additional experience is already being felt a little, and yeah, Root Tracer for first item should set up us nicely here. Pentagram again, eh? I don't know. It somehow feels like, you know, whenever I'm bound to win a run like this, there's Pentagram somewhere in there involved at least. So, less tested theory, I guess. So, what have you been up to today? For me it was being quite productive at the work today. Not that I'm not usually, but yeah, sometimes, you know, it feels nice to accomplish something a little better, quicker, or bigger than usual. Candelabra, also a nice addition. Finally seeing some more decent starter items, which are not weapons. Probably going to get armor at some point in the run though. As seen by our last run where we, you know, with the full spectrum of shitty items which don't do anything for us this late in the run. Oh jeez. It's weird that I still get surprised by swarms, which I believe are affected by your luck set, so you shouldn't get them as often the higher your luck is. Gotta take some damage there to get the experience a little quicker. Yeah, you have to be quite deliberate with your movement. You're getting swarmed so early, it's ridiculous. So picking a character that has a weapon which does scale nicely does help, obviously. Magic Wand not particularly one of them, but yeah, it still does help out. Slow movement speed characters also a no-go. Tracked up would be nice, I've gotta say. Makes picking up experience a little safer, or a lot safer. Because getting close enough is difficult if you have this many enemies this early. Laurel, yeah. I mean, it's not useless, but I'd rather have, you know, more AoE damage. Nice little King's Bible pickup or something like that. But Pentagram does come in handy every once in a while, so not even mad about losing out on experience. Let's get right beside our enemies. Clover, okay. Well, if we manage to get Cross or X, I would be happy for it, just because of the evolutions, if we manage to live that long, that is. which most definitely is not guaranteed to run like this. Pumping out my magic wand does start to get good though. And of course Rune Tracer, you know, doing its thing. Killing enemies all over the screen, which doesn't help right now, but it will at some point. Especially late into the run. Tome pickup would also be quite useful. For Holy Wand, of course. It's quite a decent defensive option. And the damage is decent as well. Although not as high as other weapons, but yeah. It's mostly there, you know, to strike a balance between offensive and defensive. A nice little pathway there for us. Or not anymore, I guess. That's how fast you can die. Well, a triple chest, that's nice to see. Goodbye everyone. Thanks for the experience. Shouldn't have died there. It's too soon to waste our revive, but oh well. I thought I had a little bit more times left, but the boss was pushed into me, which, yeah, spells doom does this do the most amount of damage, so there's that. We have a little breathing room, but we also have to make use of the next couple of waves like these, because of, you know, we have to keep up with levels and hope for a decent weapon or two. If you manage to live to 10 minutes and kill the corresponding boss which spawns at 10 minutes, then, well, we only really need a tome for an evolution. Nothing else can be evolved right now. Those are all non-evolution items. There was tome, but cannot choose it for myself. So yeah, either I have to change something with the rules of this kind of run, random item runs. Either, you know, pick a different option, pick every option completely at random, so it's not always option one. Oh yeah, and like I said, stick to, you know, characters which have a little inbuilt item that does help out a lot, like with Cavallo, you know, Cherry Bomb is quite nice. Or Motashio, for that matter, but yeah. Basically every character that starts with a weapon which won't help you kill those early swarms, you know, it's just going to end rather quickly. That's why I'm not even going to try with the X-Dash. Would have to have amazing luck with a first weapon, I guess. Which may happen still, but yeah. For that I would have to restart quite often, I would imagine, and well, that's not what I want to do. So, it's starting to get hairy. Let's get a chicken without taking more damage than it heals back. Goodbye everyone. Well, Clover at least does help out with Pentagram, so there's that. But I would imagine our next item is going to be armor, and then we're slowly going to spiral into, you know, a lost run. A tractor, that's quite nice to see. So now, if you manage to get center water, we will be quite potent if we live long enough. More AoE range. Doesn't do that much for our current items. Pentagram, of course, not affected. Laurel not as well. Rune Tracer is. Doesn't do much for Magic Wand. You know. Bracers, okay. Why not? Projectile speed, actually not the worst with Magic Wand, just to, you know, get in those defensive auto hits a little faster, I guess. Didn't I pick up Rosary there? Why is no one dying? Weird. Guess the game skipped over that. Weird. Or maybe I was just seeing things that it wasn't a Rosary, but I don't believe that's the case. I'm quite sure actually. More Laurel. Well, there was armor again, so maybe it's not showing up for some time. It will show up though, I'm certain. If not, I'm going to be surprised. I can't even target those, or maybe it just was a sprite which should not have been shown anymore. Which tends to happen, you know. Yeah, I'm getting out of here immediately through my Laura charges, but apparently that was not needed. No, I can't leave that around there. But oh, enter chest, which is nice to see, of course. Mostly defensive upgrades here, but still nice to get them out of the way. Also more Laurel does help, of course. Will keep us alive for that much longer, just so we can get going here. The track top I do hope doesn't level in a while though. Would rather have at least one or two more decent weapons. Preferably cross or exo. We will see. Imelda's experience gain passive should help out here. Now the skeletons start spawning. More clever, alright. Alrighty. Center water, there it is. That's what I would like to see. Now we just have to get lucky and get a couple of levels in. Maybe even a triple or penta chest would be nice. Or center water. I had killed them. Maybe I didn't see properly the last time I triggered because I turned off VFX for the flashing effect, which I've read should help at least a little with performance. So there's that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. More pickup range I'm glad for. Center water already doing wonders. Rune Tracer getting up there. Yeah. With the amount of easy to kill swarm enemies like this, we're looking good. No. Now we just have to worry about stronger enemies like werewolves here. Good center water levels in quick succession. Nice. Ah, damn it, I gotta be careful of the trees. No. Well, no point in saving chicken with pentagram anyway. At least not while it's on the screen, you know. It only does kill and destroy stuff on the screen. But that can happen in a heartbeat. More bracer, why not? Sure. Yeah, but I still have to test, you know, the viability of certain characters with maximum curse from power-ups. Also, it's unfortunately hard to do because of the randomness factor, you know, you can't just talk about in general if, you know, that specific run was bad with RNG or something, goddammit. We're not going to make it, are we? No, we're not. God damn it. Alright, let's do it again. This time, going to go with Porta again. Same map though. X, alright. Fire wand, also alright. Not amazing though. Great weapons on their own, but with this many enemies, it's, you know, I have to clear them fast as possible, as we've seen just now with Imelda, but yeah, still, they have to be there at the right time, or early enough, or I should say rather. It's how it is. More lightning ring. I mean, lightning ring does have the advantage that, well, how should I put it? Basically, you know, it's hitting randomly, but that allows us to kill basically consistently, you know, without being in a certain place to pick up what we killed. We just have to, you know, keep running, avoid enemies, and it's guaranteed to hit something. But yeah, getting an evolution at level 10 is not quite essential with these runs, but definitely does help out. But we have the advantage of bigger AoEs, so that should help out at least, I would think. Magic wand as well, alright. Yeah, having trouble reaching the chest there. Just a one chest, but okay. I take what I can get. Too bad my previous run ended so early. Would have liked to have seen one or two evolutions to really get it going. Center water, of course, was a guaranteed evolution, but yeah, couldn't make it. Maybe I should not talk so badly about wings anymore. At least in the context of this kind of run, it actually should help out. Being that a little bit more quickly going around the map, but yeah, mostly it's a swarming issue, isn't it? So maybe not. Maybe not playing on hyper mode, which would help too, but I don't know, it feels too slow for my taste, you know. I'm already complaining about playing the Mario, but non-hyper mode version, I got no. I can't stand that anymore. I tried, you know, just for, you know, trying again, but no, can't do it. It's too slow. Play too many hyper mode runs. Basically, never stopped once I unlocked it. So if we get lucky here with our X upgrade, we are going to get Death Spiral at 10 minutes. Which definitely does help against swarming, because it will destroy, you know, easy to kill enemies around you. And frequently enough. Gotta keep this experience orbs getting inconsistently, just so that we don't fall behind, but yeah, lightning rings, huge AoE with this character's passive is definitely helping out. will only get better from there on. Thunder Loop though, there, that's where it would be at. Knife, alright. Not too happy, but we got still 6 minutes left, about. Huge knives though. We've not taken that much damage, which should tell us that our killing potential is actually not that bad. And now with knives going on, we can at least, you know, clear ourselves a little bit of a path. So we don't have to run into enemies where we're aiming. At least against enemies like these. Gonna get out of here immediately, just so we don't get trapped and killed again. Don't really care that much about this kind of boss. More interested in gathering more experience, of course. And he will make its way outside at some point. Yeah, the circle already dropped, so... He's dead already, let's get the chest. Almost maxed out our ring. Duplicator also a decent choice here, of course. As one of our first evolutions. But we can't count on anything, can we? Kinda tempted to go in there and grab the money, but probably just screw myself getting trapped or something, so I'm not. There you go. Max lightning ring at least. Should be quite potent. Yeah, it's a rather consistent stream of experience, so I'm not complaining about that. But yeah, I definitely have to choose my characters wisely for, you know, random items plus curse runs. Maybe go for Cavallo again, which should do quite nicely. The starter weapon alone is enough to carry you through a decent chunk of the game. Yeah, get those X upgrades. Hope we manage to make use of it and evolve it as quickly as possible. It's what we have the evolution item for, so just gotta stay alive for that much time, so... More fire wand, okay. Give me this NFT here. Just to kill the boss, get its drop and experience. You know, too bad cleared past, I'd say cleared, you know. There's immediately more enemies. You know. Well, X at least combined with Candelabra though, even without the evolution, is quite a bit more decent because of its increased size. Which does help out a lot. More NFT action here. Let's melt as many difficult to kill enemies as possible. Or try to at least. Yeah, we're actually quite safe with knife here, so actually quite glad. Projectiles are big and plentiful enough to, you know, kill everything on our path. Lightning ring killing anything in between, excuse me. First option, please. Taking more damage here, but there's chicken lying around. I'm not too worried, and we don't have pentagram, so I can, you know, keep some laying around just for the occasion. Yeah, lightning ring should at least kill enough to get us a continuing stream of experience at least. Just gotta follow in its wake. Though bats are quite hard, you know. Skeletons should start spawning in a while. But first, I guess, Circle of Death. Let's get this chest again. A fire wand, though. Again, let's just get out of here. Rather take a little damage going outside than getting stuck in there. They're moving too fast, you know. So you can't circle around as well, and the circle does get smaller, so keep that in mind. I'm not confident to stick around there. More eggs, alright. Let's keep the chest around though, just because of the evolution, so we can get it as fast as possible. Which I will try my best to, though can't really do too much about it. Let's use that stun here, just to deal as much damage to the boss as possible. Yeah. There you go. So our damage isn't the greatest right now. Won't matter much for, you know, skeletons. They're rather easy, so come on, 2 more levels for X, please. Just give it to me. Come on. Shit, man, they're still melting me. Gotta watch where our items are hitting to run over there for safety reasons. Yeah, 1 more level, let's go. Just give it to me. There you go. Let's grab the chest as quickly as possible. 1 evolution done. Which should definitely help out in the safety department. Just keeping those enemies at bay, killing everything which is easy to kill. Oh, goddammit. Skull Maniac. Just when we got an evolution, the game ramps up the difficulty. Oh wow. The more of those kind of runs we get, the better though. It's it feeds into the algorithm, which, you know, is my subjective opinion, of course. Calculations going on in my brain, which don't amount to much, but come on, trigger. Yeah, let me go. No. Ghosts are getting because they're getting dangerous. They're getting too close, pushing werewolves along with them. We're going to die here, aren't we? Yeah, still got that revive up and running. Come on, some amount of chicken, please. Anywhere? No? Gotta keep going. Gotta go fast, Cynic. God damn it, fuck my life. Alright. I'm doing it again. I don't care. Let's go with Cavallo here. Mad Forest is so ridiculous. Let's go library for a change. And of course we immediately start off with garlic. Yeah, change of scenery, I guess. Lancet, okay. Not the worst, but doesn't help out immediately. Crown May. More experience, but yeah, doesn't help with damage that much. Unless we get lucky. Come on, I need like level 2 garlic, yeah, there we go. We'll keep us safe for a while. So I don't believe I can run into them, or can I? Oh yeah, I can. It's looking like a pole start. Let me kill as many of these as possible. Make use of Crown at least. More bomb. So long we can kill them without taking damage, I'm going for it definitely. Which is basically what you do with power, that's why I mentioned it. Yeah, this format has become quite hard though, I gotta say. Would be more interesting though with the random characters, so... I don't mind losing, of course, but finishing a run would be nice for a change though. Still, yeah, swarming gets too strong, so there's basically only a couple of items which most definitely help with that. Getting early King's Bible, also garlic, does do wonders, you know, something similar. Yeah. Kill more of those. The AoE range is huge though. Not that useful right now, obviously. Lightning, alright. Yeah, I don't know, it's always when I decide to, you know, oh, let's actually go with a better character for this kind of run, that's suddenly RNG is going to kick in and gives me all the best shit quite early at that. I'm not complaining. Let's just enjoy that, what we have been given. Let's show a little humility, I guess. Cherry Bomb already level 7. Garlic level 6. And look at that, even Garlic's knockback doing rather decent. Or rather, no, it's Cherry Bomb which does most of the work though. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, crown here, not the worst option, I guess. Could help throughout the run, but rather guarantee myself an evolution or two. So, I don't know about you. I haven't planned on doing a longer video again, but yeah, there you go. Probably going to put in chapters, you know, so you can skip ahead if you want to, of course, more conveniently. Which, you know, that's the sole purpose of this feature, I would think, right? And yeah, if you don't want to see my failures, just you can now in the future, of course, skip ahead to the last character, which will most definitely be the one that wins the run. But if you hear from my, you know, stupid rambling about the game and stuff that comes into my mind at the moment, then feel free, of course. Definitely does help out with the algorithm to, you know, watch as long as possible. As does liking and commenting on a video, of course. Every amount of engagement, even dislikes, I believe, and yeah. Happy to know that now I'm officially cool enough for YouTube to get dislikes. Which were mostly from people, you know, wanting information related to the update and then clicking on a 30-minute video wondering why the information was at the end, where, you know, the video just told them, you know, I'm going to unlock it. Watch me do it. But, oh well. It happens. I'm not complaining. Kicked up my total views on the channel to quite a bit higher though. The numbers were ridiculous in comparison, but it seems now I'm back at where I was before that. But yeah, that mostly happened with every update, you know. Being one of the first to push out content about it is always going to help, of course. Yeah, with this character it seems like we don't even have to try, it's ridiculous. Just going to show you how powerful this character actually is. You know, does Sherry Room the highest amount of damage? No, but the knockback and also, you know, the AoE is quite useful. Don't know why the raised which explode on you sometimes don't do as much damage. It's weird that way, maybe it's scaling, I don't know. Yeah, anyway. I'm quite glad with the amount of my attention my channel has gotten, definitely helped. And now that I have about 30 videos or so put out, only counting the actual full-length videos and not the shorts, which I won't count from, you know, here and in the future, I guess. The irregular content, I guess. But yeah, that definitely did help to get in more, you know, views on average per day or per hour, however metric you wanna go by. Which does help overall though. It's nice to see, you know, when I first started out it was hard to get even a couple of views in total. So I was quite happy to see that change up. I guess it all depends on the next update that drops. I'm obviously planning to, you know, make update videos as soon as possible. You know, going to record stuff from the beta branch once we have a little information on that, and then, you know, people will probably show up again once the update goes live. It's quite astounding that so many people don't immediately switch to the beta branch once you know there's actually new stuff available within it. But yeah, I guess most people are busy with other things not relating to the game, or you know, they're still unlocking other stuff in the game, I guess. So we got Bible, Garlic, Lightning Ring, Cherry Bone, Lancet. Actually quite powerful already. It's weird how that turns out sometimes. Let me look at that. We're destroying fools and our Garlic is huge. King Bible now coming online to that extra level of safety, which I guess we won't need, but I take it. I will take it. So I was looking at computer hardware today, and it seems that one hardware combination I had my eye on now can be purchased with a better GPU in it for basically the same price as before, so that is nice to see. Small changes like these totally make up for it. I'm not going to go into specifics, but for the same price you basically get 20 to 30% more, you know, processing power from the GPU. So it's actually quite a good deal, you know. It's like it going on sale a little, and yeah, you know, prices are still a little high. You probably spend on average at least, you know, $100 or $200 more than you would usually, at least with the stuff I have looked at. And I would like to save that money, of course, but yeah, 100 more or less is not that big of a deal, so I guess I'll manage. Still going to, you know, for a sub $1,000 PC, most definitely. Also have to get a monitor going, you know. Halfway decent display, although I'm not that picky. I'm still sticking to 1080p gaming, and everything else I'm doing with my home system. You know, upgrading to 4K is where it gets truly expensive, so I'm not going to, you know, can't miss what you haven't experienced, so I believe once I upgrade to 2 or 4K, you know, I'm never want to go back. Ah, there's a favorite item again. Hello! Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're real powerful right now. But yeah. Although our regular home office is going to end starting next month, I believe, in March. That's where I currently got my 2 monitors set up from. You know, why not use it while it's still here, you know. It's not... I'm not using the actual computer from work, but I think using a monitor is okay. But yeah, have to, you know, bring them over to the office again. At least for a while, once the company figures out how they will want to deal with home office. In general, you know, after all this virus shit is almost over. Many discussions being held throughout the world at the moment, I would imagine. It's about exactly this topic. You know, and I can understand that there are many people who don't want to come back to the office. Or, you know, not as often at least, you know. It has definitely provided new avenues in life, you know. And showed the workers that it's mostly not needed anyways, you know. Just a waste of time, what are you going to do in the office, you know? Meet in the kitchen for coffee, you know, talk about stupid shit, you know, not doing actual work. Could do the same at home, obviously, you know, and people do, but, you know, as far as my company is concerned, you know, efficiency is up, work is being done properly, so there's actually nothing to complain about. If people are at home, you know, doing less work while doing so, then yeah, kudos to them. More chests here. Yeah, it's going well when it's and I don't have to focus on talking about the game as much. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, gotta take my work equipment back with me, so, you know, if I'm going to look for a PC, I obviously need new monitors as well. I had two, you know, for use with my laptop, which were great as well, but they both broke down in a matter of, I don't know, 2 years or so. First my older, but better monitor broke down. Then I was only using the second one, because up until this day I still couldn't afford it, and once that broke down I switched back to, you know, only using a laptop, which kinda sucked, but well. So I'm glad for, you know, being able to use a dual monitor setup again. Ragus too, yeah. And yeah, it's been better, way better, you know. You can't really go back, not truly, once you've experienced that. And yeah, now obviously I want to keep it that way. Oh, we're maxed out already, alright. Yeah. Well, that's the power of, you know, more enemy spawns to you. Which is nice, of course. And we won't even need any evolutions. As powerful as this. Especially with Bible and all that. And whatever we can't deal with quickly, you know, Lance will just stun for us to, you know, there's some time. So with this amount of experience I would gladly take Absorption or Tracked Orb. Which we won't get, but yeah. There's that. So I could pick up a tome, of course, from this map, but I won't. I consider it's kind of cheap to do so. Not technically cheating, but you know, wanna stay truly random, I can't take it. No. No, those kind of enemies I can just blankly run into. They won't die as quickly. But they're still dying, of course, so, you know, I'm not worried. At least they can't get to me. I'm the only one who can hurt myself right now. Truly. Yeah. But finally getting back to a tower and double monitor setup would be quite nice. You know? Especially, you know, coming home from work with exactly that, you know, although not for gaming, of course, but you know, coming back home and sitting at your laptop with no additional monitors and old hardware makes the situation even sadder than it already is. Well, that's life, you know. Though something I figured out, which may or may not be an advantage going forward, is that with yesterday's video I switched to different file formats, which is MP4, which seems to me like it's a little higher in the quality department, while also having the same or even lower file size actually, which is both nice. Of course the disadvantage is, and that's why I've been using FLV files up until now, is that with MP4 you can't, well, if something happens during the recording, you know, like a power outage or, you know, the program crashes, it's just lost, man. It's just gone and you can do nothing about it. Well, you know, whereas with FLV and MP4 formats and stuff like that, you can actually recover your files and go from there, but as well, with this kind of game it doesn't really matter, does it? You know, if something happens and the game crashes, or especially my recording software, then the run is done anyway, you know, they can't load from a save point, there is none, you know, either you finish one run in one sitting or you don't, so yeah, that's kind of sad, but that's why I think it makes sense to go with MP4 files from now on. Maybe I should have done from the get-go, but I thought to myself, you know, maybe a situation comes up, but, you know, thinking about it, it would be a pain. And what I also don't like is that if I take my video and, you know, put it into an editor, at least the one I'm using, and saving it in the same format with, you know, the quality it was before, basically, which is to say, you know, the max I can give, or even, you know, middle of the road kind of settings, it will increase the file size by, you know, a couple of margins, which I kind of hate. You know, if I want to keep the file size at about the same size, quality has to suffer, which will look even worse, you know, to the point where I'm not comfortable uploading that, even though, you know, as you've seen from my previous quality, it's obviously not the best, but yeah, you know, if you wanted to see truly shitty, there you go. So yeah, I'm not quite fond of that. Also, render times to actually export the video from the editor is, it takes too long, you know. It's not even in high definition or in 4K, 2K or whatever, you know, and it takes well, more than the video's actual length to just render a quick video. It's kind of ridiculous like that, and that couple of bigger file sizes, you know, gotta have newer hardware for that, you know, to make it more efficient. As I'm not doing this full time, I can't spare the time, you know. I basically have to do it like this, where, you know, if I'm able to, and I'm mostly, you know, at least once a day able to spare an hour or so. The rest has to be mostly, you know, done passively, you know. Just spending, I don't know, 10 to 50 minutes for a thumbnail or so, and then uploading the video in the background. Picking a title description and all the technical stuff you don't need to worry about, and then, yeah. That's about the most I can spare, you know, and I can do it while the video is uploading, so don't have to do it all in one sitting, of course. But as the last weekend has shown me, I definitely am able to, you know, record multiple episodes and then just, you know, release them on different days. which would help out because then I wouldn't have to worry about doing anything throughout the week. You know, if I'm going by one video a day, I can, you know, crank out 5, 6, 7 or even more videos, you know, in one sitting, and then do them like that. But the problem with that is, you know, weekly updates. So the videos I'm recording at the weekend are going to be mostly focused on the new update. And then, you know, if I got stuff left over from before the patch, as this did happen with my random items run number 5, right? You may have noticed this was still before the patch. Still a decent run, you know, but yeah, I would have liked to not have that happen, but I didn't want to waste the episode, you know. And well, I made a new playlist for random item runs, so that's you know, it's in chronological order, you know, the before and after the patch. Even though technically the video released before the 6th, but or after the new content drop, you know, but should be fine anyway. Yeah, so the best I can do is basically, you know, record enough for Mondays through Fridays, which would be 5 videos, and then yeah, focus on the patch again, but probably have to do patch videos on Friday to Sunday as well. Then, you know, I don't know, still find enough time to do videos for the whole week. Right now I'm back to, you know, doing it as usual, you know. If I manage to record and upload on Mondays, I'm going to do so for Monday, and so on. Monies! So getting close to the map boss as it is. Yeah. Well, but I will see how, you know, well, let's just see how it goes, you know. I will definitely find a rhythm I will stick to once I, you know, have my new setup especially, and depending on, you know, how work goes. So I gotta make time under the week to, you know, prepare for, you know, when I'm too tired from work to record, or I'm not motivated, so I don't burn myself out. So I believe, you know, recording at the weekend for the following week would be fine, as, you know, the patch is already out, so nothing really changes. At least not from your perspective, you know. It would be weird if throughout the whole week, you know, I uploaded stuff which didn't include the new patch. I guess that wouldn't fit so well with my viewers, I guess. Want to at least show the new stuff, so, right. Get away from me, please. Keep dancing. Though I'd wish he'd die quickly, gotta say. Getting a little hairy. Well, I'm not taking too much damage, so I guess it's alright. So as long as I can kill whatever comes close to me, he should die eventually from just, you know, stuff. Try my best to keep him within my, you know, auras to do the most amount of damage, but it's hard to do. Ah, there you go. Well, at least my frame rate is keeping up for a change, so there's that. But we've also not hit the 28 minutes, which is usually where it gets really bad. Let's get her into the range of King's Bible. Although there's a quite... You know, there's a tendency for the game to start lagging once all these Medusas show up. Maybe the game has to calculate for each of them what they, you know, carry with them in their purses. Which, you know, as you... If you ever been with a woman, you should know, you know, they're basically real-life bags of holding, in my experience at least, you know. I don't know how they managed to get so much stuff in there. It's endless, basically. You know, I'm quite proud of myself for, you know, halfway decently organizing my rucksack or whatever I'm carrying at the time, you know. Yeah, women's purses, dude, it's ridiculous. There you go. I told you, the Medusas are the harbingers of lower FPS, most definitely. You know. Oh well. We managed to get this far. So yeah. But let me know if you how you like this longer format, you know, with keeping my losses in there. As I told many times in the past, you know, I don't want to come across as, you know, only uploading my successful runs, seeming like I'm always winning, when in reality, you know, I just re-record or something. No, that would be too tiring, you know, especially if you want to talk about the same thing over and over again until you win, you know. No, that would be ridiculous. Would feel like rehearsing for, you know, theater movie lines as an actor, which I'm not, so in my book, you know, having chapters to, you know, skip the losing parts would be okay, I guess. I would watch stuff like that, but yeah, I'm not my audience, so I guess I should enjoy my own content, you know. If even I can't stand it, then what's the point of hoping for others to do so as well? But no, I don't have an issue with the content of my videos. You know, just the format may turn people off. You know, seeing as the videos are longer, and they wouldn't even know me talking about something like that. You know, if they didn't even give the video a chance because of that. So yeah. If you happen to find this video and hear me talking about it right now, and you know, you find these kinds of longer videos, although with chapters not as appealing, then please let me know. And then I will probably change back to shorter formats. But at least for my part, I still want to squeeze in a win there at the end, you know. Just as something to show. Come on, Death. Get your... Get in there and kill me, although we have Tiragisu, so... Will take a little while, though I'm doing my best to just... let him kill me. We're not equipped to stay long against him, nor do we, you know, do the optimal thing of starting out with a low amount of levels. We can't deal damage like this. Well, actually it's too bad that they removed the old death with, you know, random stats and all that, which would have gone nicely with this kind of run, and his starting weapon obviously is quite ridiculous. But yeah, there you go. Lightning Ring, our MVP here. Low damage numbers across the board though. But yeah, that was to be expected with no evolutions, right? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, consider leaving a like. If you want to see more, consider subscribing to my channel, or don't, it's up to you. Have a nice day, and I will see you around in the next episode. Bye bye.